you know, as men's economic prospects start to decline, they also become less desirable as marriage partners. Hey everybody, what's up? And welcome to Social Thoughts with Dr. Nick. And look, yeah, it's Fun Friday. I like to talk about something fun, light, educational, uplifting even. But today I really can't. But unfortunately, I had a little bit of downtime at work, so I was able to read a very interesting article in The Atlantic written by Elena Samuels. And just to sum it up pretty quickly, it said that economic struggles for men tend to lead to fewer marriages, more kids born outside of marriage, and more children living in poverty. And while the study probably found whatever it found and concluded whatever it found, I like to sit back and put on my racial lens and look at things that way. So of course, I have my own opinions about the article, so let's talk about that today. So one of the main factors the article mentioned was a phenomenon called trade shock. And that occurs when products from other countries such as China, Indonesia, India even, enter the US market, and since they are typically cheaper, people will buy those products in contrast to products that are made in the US, and because they're just more expensive. So those manufacturing plants that make those US products, they shut down and go away, close up shop, or move to Mexico. Okay, so here in the U.S., that means we have a pool of men who are either unemployed or underemployed. All right, you got that so far? So put a bullet point in that. So next, the article went on to discuss something they called marriageable men. And they described marriageable men as those guys who really do not drink or use drugs excessively and they had a job. All right. So now guess what? The study went on to find that if you don't have a job, you are less appealing to women as a marriage partner. But don't fret, because apparently the research also found that yes, you could have sex with them and make babies, but you're not going to get married to them. Because one of the quotes of the article is that one of the ladies said is that there is, quote, no free lunches here, unquote. So, because of course, if you don't have a job, the women are actually taking a risk. So they probably just won't marry you. You'll make babies with them, but there's no marriage coming along with that. All right, you got that so far? So here's the point where I'm going to interject race. Watch. So my first question is this: is this something new? And the easy, quick answer is no. And all I have to do is just look at the Black community. Because just to keep it real, it seems like for white men, this is their first taste, the very first nibble taste of the Black experience in America. And you got to let that sit and marinate on your brain for a second or two if you want to. Because think about it like this, we, as a Black man, I can say we were kicked out of jobs that we were qualified for and given to lesser qualified individuals, in many cases, lesser qualified white men, where we had to come on and train you guys how to do the job. So we ended up being unemployed or underemployed for many, many years or generations, hundreds of years almost. But don't forget, for a long time, we did a whole bunch of work for free. All right. And then even after that ended, we were still unemployed or underemployed. So guess what? So that meant the Black woman had to go out of the house and work outside the home and bring in some money, because there were equal numbers of Black men and Black women working in this country way back in 1910. All right. That didn't happen for white people until 1986, I believe. So we have a lot more experience in dealing with this. And at the same time, Black women kind of held the family together. Either they were married or not, but they were still together. In many cases back in the day, they actually were married under the same circumstances. And at the same time, I just want to add something as well, because it seems like this is a new situation for you to deal with. And it's like you can't cope. So your whole concept is just to burn it all down, and let's elect a madman who's going to do that so we can start over and try to get our fair shake again. See, but the mistake was, like, you guys are blaming other people for your situation that you are in. Because yes, you didn't, if you work in a coal mine or steel mill, whatever, if you had a high school education, that's all you needed. But now times has changed. You know, they really have. And some of the ladies, black and white women, have figured out, look, I didn't get my education on, so I could go ahead and handle business. But no, you want to get mad and blame everyone else for your situation. Meaning that it's easy to blame immigrants for taking away your job. Right. All right. So then you might as well go ahead and take it a step further and blame them for your marriage situation. See what I'm saying? It doesn't really make sense. But of course, there were some of you out there who figured it out, who saw this coming. Like, I always like to talk about the coal miners and guys in the steel mill. But yeah, once the coal was out of the ground, that mine is done. Right. So back in the day, where you had 20 or 30 guys down there digging, they got this new one machine that's run by one person that does the equal number of work for those old 20 or 30 guys. Fine. But you know what? That one guy who knows how to operate the machine, who went back to school or who got the training, he's got a job. You other 19 or 29 guys don't. And so as I close out this video, I just want to ask a question. So what are you going to do to make yourself more desirable as a marriage partner? You know, are you going to sit around and continue to blame the immigrants and blame the Mexicans and blame whoever that they're coming into your country and taking your jobs and indirectly taking your women away from you too? Or are you going to go back to school, learn something different, or even upgrade your skill so you look more attractive to employers and women? It's almost just that simple. Because I might have to go back to school myself again. And I already have 3 degrees sitting on the wall over there. But you know what? That's not enough. Because then once I get that next degree or next certificate or whatever it is, I get to make more money. But, you know, that's just how it is. And on that note, I'm out. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. Stay tuned, and I will talk to you soon. All right.